Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, Fractal Bitcoin. What's up? I'm Chris. This is your daily Bitcoin news video. Let's start out with the price. It's 57,260. Yeah, and we came up about $4,000 from yesterday. And from the day before, we came up about 6,000. So Bitcoin the last couple days has gained about 6,000. You can see we're getting close to this peak over here, which was back in April of 2021, and it peaked at 64,899, but that was not the all-time high. The all-time high was right here, which was in November of 2021, and that it peaked at around 69,000. I thought it was 69,420, but I could be wrong. Anyhow, look at how strong we're looking. This is exciting. Everybody loves it when the price pumps, so let's enjoy it. You know, of course, we can always get pullbacks and stuff, but look, if you zoom out, we're doing great. So let's move on to more news. Bitcoin is less than $12,000 away from making new all-time highs. Yeah, think about that. Because think about it, we went down to about 15,000, which is like 50,000 from our all-time high. Now we're only 12,000 away, and we haven't even gotten to the halving yet. This is really bullish and strong. And so let's see how the Reddit people are doing. Here's this guy, OK Baseball, bought at the top in 2021 and took a huge loss. DCA'd for 2 years until I finally broke even in January. Cashed out, thinking I'm glad I didn't lose money. If I just waited 2 months, I'm so mad at myself, but I won't buy at the top again. Just so effing frustrated. Happy for you all, though. Yeah, well, just a few days ago, there were people asking who is selling at these prices. This is who. People like that. Sadly, there are people who cash out for a fiat break even instead of continually accumulating Bitcoin. They will learn the hard way. Yeah, I mean, look, the strategy with Bitcoin is easy. You just buy it and hold it. You don't sell it. Because even if you buy it at the very top of one of the cycles, you buy at the top, okay. And for the next 2 years, you're in the red, right? The price comes down, you're kicking yourself, whatever. You're in the red for 2 years or 2.5 years. It doesn't matter. It'll come back. It'll come back up and go way higher than you bought it. So the only thing that's required is patience. So don't do what this guy did. Don't panic sell. Don't ever sell. That's not financial advice, by the way. Let's move on. Just in, $160 million worth of Bitcoin shorts were liquidated in the past 24 hours. Yeah, okay, so if you don't know what a short is when someone is basically betting that Bitcoin's going to drop in price. It's the opposite of long, where that's what we do. Pretty much everyone does. You buy it and you hold it. You're hoping that over time the price goes up, right? Well, when you short something, you're basically betting that the price goes down, and then you actually make money if the price goes down. Well, who is betting that Bitcoin's going to go down right now? In the bull run, we're so strong. People are actually betting that Bitcoin's going down. These people are nuts. And so they get liquidated if the price goes, they get liquidated if the price goes up too much, and then their trade gets liquidated and they lose their money. So the people lost all this money betting on Bitcoin going down. Yeah, why would you do that? Who's doing that? Okay, don't do that. All right, here's Gandalf. Bitcoin price will have to hit $79,000 to reach new all-time high in the US dollar purchasing power terms. So like I just said, the previous high was $69,000. But $69,000 in 2021 is now the purchasing power of $69,000 in 2021. Currently, you'd need $79,000 to have the same purchasing power, because the US dollar has been inflated. It's losing its value rapidly. Any money you have in a savings account or a money market is losing money rapidly. This is the problem. I have another story coming up about this. This is how governments manipulate fiat currency to keep you poor and to keep them rich. So I thought that was interesting. And here's Katie the Russian quoting from the book, The Sovereign Individual from 1997. This is from 1997, okay? This is 12 years before Bitcoin was even invented. Here's the quote. Inevitably, this new cyber money will be denationalized. Sorry, did I say that wrong? Denationalized. When sovereign individuals can deal across borders in a realm with no physical reality, they will no longer need to tolerate the long-rehearsed practice of governments degrading the value of their money through inflation. And that perfectly describes Bitcoin. And as Bitcoin catches on more and more people are going to be looking at the government and these fiat currency and these shenanigans they play, and they're going to be like, why are we standing for this? Why are we allowing the government and fiat to do this? And then they're just going to use Bitcoin. And then slowly, we're all going to use Bitcoin. It's going to be out of the government's hands, and it benefits all of us and our children and our children's children. All right, here's a video. This is pretty good. This is about understanding Bitcoin in 8 minutes. So this is a good video. And of course, I link to everything below in the show notes. So literally everything I show you, there's a link for it. But there's a link to this, and this is a good one to share with people who don't really understand Bitcoin yet, right? They're like, I don't know what it is. What is it? I don't know. Well, this is Michael Saylor explaining it. It's a good video. And look, in 8 minutes, no one's going to learn a ton about Bitcoin in 8 minutes, okay? It's like an introduction. It just sort of frames the whole thing. Like, what are we talking about here? We all have to study Bitcoin ongoing. We have to keep learning about Bitcoin, how it works, what's good about it, how to use it. All the different people are building on layer 2, and there's a lot happening, and we always have to keep learning, but this is a good place to start. And here's another video from Andreas Antonopoulos, who he answers the question, are ETFs better than self-custody? So what this is referring to now is if you have a retirement account with Fidelity or BlackRock, or you have an IRA somewhere, now you can allocate some of your retirement money to a Bitcoin ETF. But when you invest in a Bitcoin ETF, you're not actually holding the actual Bitcoin in your own hand. They are holding it for you. And so in that sense, the ETF is not as good as holding your own Bitcoin in your hand. Holding your own Bitcoin, really you're holding the keys to your Bitcoin because Bitcoin always lives on the chain. But if you hold your own keys in your own hardware wallet, that's always the best. So when you buy Bitcoin, always transfer it to your hardware wallet and keep custody of that yourself. And then that way no one can ever take it from you. No one ever can do a rug pull. But that also means that you're responsible for your Bitcoin now. If you lose it, then you lose it. You can't, there's no one to call. There's no customer service in Bitcoin. So be careful. But yeah, self-custody, way better than ETFs. I thought this was funny. Apparently, a while back, in 2014, Max Kaiser gave Russell Brand 1,000 Bitcoin after he did an interview with him in 2014. And it was worth $26.5 million. Today, it's worth $57 million. But guess what? Russell Brand lost them. He lost the Bitcoin. I don't know how he lost them. He probably just put them somewhere or had an account and forgot the password. There's a lot of ways to lose your Bitcoin. Don't get me wrong. That's why you always have to be very, very careful when you have your Bitcoin, as I just mentioned. But how sad is this? $57 million and it's gone. And by the way, that 1,000 Bitcoin, if it's gone, that never comes back. That means out of the 21 million total Bitcoin ever, because of Russell Brand, now we have 1,000 less than that. So we have 20,999,000 Bitcoin available in the world. And by the way, it's widely thought that there's probably 3 or 4 million Bitcoin that have been lost over the years. So the 21 million cap is really probably more like 18 million, maybe even 17 million. We don't know. It's hard to figure it out. Okay, let's keep moving. Walker, listen to this. There's 8 billion people. There are 62 million millionaires in the world. There's only 21 million Bitcoin. Do the math. There's not enough Bitcoin. Not everyone on earth can hold one Bitcoin. That's why people really try to become a whole coiner, right? Own one Bitcoin. So hopefully you can. Hopefully you do. But it's not too late. Because Bitcoiners are Bitcoiners. Bitcoiners bought at 10K. Bitcoiners are buying at 50K. Bitcoiners will buy at 100K. We always have to remember Bitcoin's going to go way up over the years. I mean, 10 years from now, Bitcoin's probably going to, I would say definitely going to be worth at least $1 million for one Bitcoin, if not $5 million. So when you think about the current price, yes, it seems high, but in the long run, we're still good. It's still good to invest in Bitcoin. There are a lot of positive returns you can still get, right? Now, here's a guy, Max DeMarco. He's making this video series about him surviving on Bitcoin only for 7 days. So far, he's published 3 videos. This is the first one. And they're all kind of short. They're not too long. But in fact, the first one is 8 minutes and 50 seconds. But check it out. He's literally living on Bitcoin only, and he has to go places and buy things. And I think I just saw in the third video, he pretty much ran out of Bitcoin. And so he had to somehow earn Bitcoin. Anyway, it's very interesting if you want to check it out. Links below. And these guys here, this is Isabella. The gang is almost all here in Madeira. They're at Bitcoin Atlantis in Madeira, Portugal. And everybody there is having a great time. I wish I was there. And anyway, it's happening, starts Friday. It's Saturday and Sunday, so it's this weekend. I wish I was there. All right, and another place is Bitcoin Jungle. Have you heard of Bitcoin Jungle in Costa Rica? This is where, again, a lot of the merchants there, I think most of them use Bitcoin. So here's a woman, she has a business, and she's selling, well, this guy, he's using Primal, and he's going to pay from his wallet, from his Primal wallet, and he's going to buy some items from her. And there she is. She runs a business in Bitcoin Jungle, and her name is Eleonora, and she offers nutritious snacks, peanut butter, almond, cashew butter, and all these snacks, and people can literally buy her products with Bitcoin. It's awesome. And here's a new book. See this new book here? 21 Questions. It's the Beginner's Guide to Bitcoin. I think it's on pre-order now, so it hasn't even been released, but it's called 21 Questions from the Spirit of Satoshi, and these are the top 21 questions about Bitcoin, distilled from the thousands of questions we use to train our Bitcoin AI model. And there's a link. You can pre-order it on Geyser, right? Geyser's that Bitcoin crowdfunding app. And so I'll link to this below. Check it out. There are a lot of good Bitcoin books. And as far as some comments on fiat currencies, this is Marty Bent. And here's a quote: "The core of our societal issues stem from the ability of central banks to print money at will. If you want to fix the systemic issues that exist in our world, you must recognize this and act to fix it by adopting Bitcoin. Fix the money, fix the world." And this right here is like my motto going forward, for real, because I watch I watch all this political commentary, not too much, but some, and social commentary about social issues, and everyone's fighting with each other. There's wars going on. There's all kinds of insanity. The common denominator of all of it, which very few people realize, is this fact right here: fix the money, fix the world. Because if you have sound money, then governments won't abuse it. They can't abuse it. They just can't. So, this is from Walker. "For anyone who is wondering or has friends asking why the fiat price of Bitcoin is going up, I refer you to Jeff Booth." This is what Jeff Booth said: "If you were measuring by the existing system, what you would think would be happening is Bitcoin price would be going up with volatility. What's actually happening is it's measuring all prices falling to zero from Bitcoin. Bitcoin is repricing the entire world. It's not the other way around. So this is a deep concept. I'll repeat that. Bitcoin is repricing the entire world. It's not the other way around. So Bitcoin seems like it has a price in terms of US dollars and also every other currency. But what he's saying is Bitcoin is the mark and everything else is becoming devalued against Bitcoin. It's just the opposite way to look at it, but it's very interesting. And here's an app that Pablo is creating. This is Pablo here on Noster, and he created WIKIFREEDIA. Yeah, and this is WIKIFREEDIA. WIKIFREEDIA.xyz is the website. It's a Noster app, and it's basically a new Wikipedia, but it has all these cool things you can do. Like people can, like if someone has an entry and I want to add to it, I can propose an addition, and then the person who wrote it originally will get a message saying, hey, do you want to include this update from this other person? And they can say yes, and then your update or correction or your addition can be added to the main post. So this is cool. This is new stuff being built right now. And you can see it's version 0.0.4. That means it's in beta. This is like he's literally building this right now. So you're getting a sneak peek into the future right now. And here's some dating advice from Tanel. IKEA is the #1 place for a first date. Prove me wrong. All right, what do you think about that? I'm not in the dating world anymore. I don't know if that's a good idea. What do you think? Leave it in the comments. This is our website, fractalbitcoin.com, and if you look on top, it says join our locals community. Click that link, come over here to locals and join for free and hang out and chat. And it's a great place. It's a great community to hang out and chat about Bitcoin. If you have questions, please ask them in the locals group. And the Bitcoin panel, we have it every Friday, except last Friday because my power went out all day. Anyway, the Bitcoin panel, Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern. Check it out. This Friday, I want to have like a Bitcoin, like a bull party. I want to have like a party, but we'll also have a discussion. But I do kind of want to have some sort of party because the hype is here. Bitcoin price is soaring. Everyone's energy is up. I mean, look, if you've weathered the storm of the bear market, we went down a lot and we were there for a long time and we hung in there. We didn't give up and we didn't sell, most importantly. And now we're coming back up. So now this is a happier time. I mean, both ups and downs are both part of the cycle. We all get that, but obviously it feels better when the price is going up. So, all right, well, that's it for today. Please subscribe to the channel and follow the channel and definitely like the video. And if you could share my show with anyone you know who's into Bitcoin. And if you have any feedback about my show, because I'm still a new show, I've only been doing this 2 months, but I appreciate you all following and asking questions, and I appreciate all the good feedback as well. So comment, and I'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's video. Bye.